Hi, thanks, Joe, and hi everyone. So I'm Matt Stocks. I'm a policy advisor at Defra, and I look after the general implementation of the WE regs. But I'm very pleased to be able to talk to you a little bit about the electronics part of the strategy and the electronics roadmap. So before I go into just talking about the vision and the interventions, just a quick word on kind of why we're focusing on the electrical sector. Goes without saying, obviously, the sector is a very essential part of all of our lives. But the issue that we have is that there are just simply too many sort of poorly designed and low quality, short lifetime products which are coming onto the market. And the UK at the moment is currently the second largest generator of waste electricals per capita. And there's research which shows that around 100,000 tons of waste electricals is still being disposed annually in the household black bag waste. So these are all issues that we want to sort of look at addressing via this roadmap. So our vision is that by 2050, UK citizens will have fair access to higher quality electrical and electronic products, which are durable, repairable, and more affordable. In the process of doing this, we want to boost local jobs in the repair, manufacture, and refurbishment sectors, as well as in the end of life and material recovery sectors. We also want to build a more resilient and secure sector and reduce reliance on imported products. And finally, we obviously want to bring British businesses along with us to thrive in global markets by aligning with international standards, removing trade barriers, and unlocking new opportunities for growth and innovation where possible. So in terms of some of the interventions that we're looking at, we've sort of looked at interventions across the product's life cycle from the design stage through to the in-use phase and, of course, the end of life and material recovery phase. So just to give you a flavour of the sort of things we're looking at, although this isn't an exhaustive list of interventions, but first of all, we're looking at the existing WE EPR scheme and how we can transform that to drive the circular economy. So many of you on the call know we have a system in place, the WE regulation, which is designed to deal with electrical products when they become waste. But we want to ensure that we're sort of building into that system more incentives for better design, more reuse, and better actions up the waste hierarchy rather than just focusing on the end of life stage. So in terms of driving circularity in the existing WE system, we might look at ways, for example, of incentivizing more circular business models, rewarding businesses who are offering more sort of product servitization models, such as hiring and leasing models. But then also we want to look more broadly at ways that we can actually increase levels of collections of waste electricals for reuse and recycling, making it simply more easier and more convenient for consumers to dispose of their old WE. We also want to look at how we can sort of improve levels or increase levels of reuse and repair of electricals. So one of the things we'll look at is building a more comprehensive evidence and research on the amount of sort of reuse and repair that's already going on. We want to sort of look at examples of international best practice and gather information about the current UK reuse and repair market, so that we can sort of develop more interventions around that. We also want to look at sort of the consumer and behaviour change side of things, making sure that we're giving consumers the right information around how they can sort of actually go and repair and reuse and extend the product lifetime for longer. So we'll build on the success of some of the existing consumer communications campaigns. Some of you might be familiar with the work done by Material Focus and their Hypnocat campaign, which has been very significant in driving consumer behaviour. We want to sort of build on that and sort of really bring with us consumers on this sort of journey towards a more circular economy for electricals. And finally, we'll also be looking at the international context in terms of the regulations which govern how electricals are designed, for example. So we look at the eco design regulations on the EU level, as well as the restriction of hazardous substances regulations, and making sure that we're sort of aligning with those where those regulations are focusing on resource efficiency, making sure products are designed to be more durable, repairable, and lasting longer. So that's just a sort of a flavour. As I said, that's not an exhaustive list of interventions, but that's the sort of things we'll be looking at.